Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game here between LGD and LGD.Forever Young in the best of two in the DPL. Slowly but surely coming towards the end of the season. And all the more reason for these teams to kind of step on the gas and get these extra points that they need to secure themselves a spot in the playoffs. Especially for LFY, who kind of threw away that last game on the back of a lot of impatience and some questionable buybacks. LGD kind of got
Right.
gifted that one. So now they're up 1-0. And of course, any extra point that they get will also go a long way to ensure that there's no shenanigans happening with some of the other teams that still mathematically would have a shot of ousting them out.
I think LFY need to like step off the gas pedal. So need to like get out of their car, like, go take a piss in the bush, come back, make sure their oil's good, and then like go. And this is exactly what they do when they need to do that. Slardar Lifestealer. This is your standard LFY. I don't know how many times did these two heroes together, but it's just a good combo. Monet on the Lifestealer is strong. I think they'll run Banana in the offlane starter position. And it's a strong opening, and it's also good for Sinix. If you can get him amplified, you can't go and Vendetta out. And what's the response to high physical? High armor.
Yep.
LGD going for the Terrorblade.
Not even really thinking too long about it. Straight up in the first phase.
You remember when like Sven used to be like the counter to Slardar, and then everyone just realized, oh, you can kite the hero, and like you rarely see Sven it anymore. He's in such a hard place right now. We won't see him this game. We have
he's so slow. Sven is just so slow. Even if you have like Blink and Boots of Travel or whatnot, he's just like
to fix
getting
his
2 or 3
problems.
right clicks in, and then if you don't kill somebody with that, then you're just not going to kill anybody unless you have a lot of health in the team.
My suggestion to fixing Sven would to make Warcry kind of like phase, but because like his issue is being kited, right?
Yep.
And so if you can make Warcry so that he doesn't have to worry about like going through creeps, maybe like he just like units affected by Warcry like push other units out of their way, whether those are like creeps or neutral creeps.
Could be interesting, yeah.
Not heroes, of course, but I think that may. But in either case, Lena Band comes out, Venge Band comes out. What do you think LGD are going to look to do here to kind of deal with the Lifestealer bomb? Are they going to look for something like a Dazzle? It works pretty well with Terrorblade. If you have a bunch of illusions out, you get a good heal bomb. You can do a lot of work with that. It leaves them a bit defensive, I'd say, and they may want, follow up like Dazzle Line or something like that, so that they have the control factor as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the Dazzle too much. At the same time, you can just go anything that builds 4 staff. Really, like even just something like a Rubik wouldn't go amiss, really. I don't think.
Rubik's pretty common in the scene anyways, so I think Rubik, would you go for Forever Young or for LGD?
For both. I want to say for LGD. Just thinking about it, but yeah, it's just as good for LFY. It's just one of these support heroes in the meta that you never really find a bad game for, because almost all games have some good spells to steal. But yeah, it's gonna be CM for now for LFY. So once again, I don't think we really have to talk too much about these heroes on LFY, just because we've seen them so often. We know exactly what they do.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm more interested in terms of the bans.
Yeah.
The Tinker ban I think is really smart because Aghanim's Tinker just like wrecks Terrorblade. Do you think LGD was thinking about the Terrorblade while they were banning out Centaur Jug?
Possibly.
Radiant team pick.
I really don't know. I'm not. I don't even want to pretend to understand high level drafting, like a level that Yao is doing right now. At least not. At least not this deep in.
10 seconds.
Maybe it's just
remaining.
like a response to the lifesteal, as I said, just with the high amount of base
5
armor that
seconds remaining.
lifesteal and Slat are gonna have troubles punching through.
Reserve time.
But this Venomonster pick is a little bit more interesting to me now, because that's something that we've seen before DAC even in DPL a couple of times, just as mid Veno. With his
Yeah.
talents, he actually turns into a very viable right clicker, and he still does all the things that Veno usually does. Gets a spell offs, and then it's not so bad if you end up dying still. And
He's a 30
Legion Commander.
XP gain at level
LGD's
10
turn
Yeah.
to pick.
Other heroes have that at level 15.
and a 60-second respawn time at 25.
His talents are insane.
Wow.
But I like
Yeah.
Legion Commander just to have that dispel up against the Veno and
Mhm.
stuff.
10 seconds.
I think the
remaining.
Veno is also like a good response to Slardar Lifestealer bombs
5
because
seconds
with the
remaining.
wards down, you can scout out the Slardar rotations prior to like a Shadow Blade or
Reserve
smokes,
time.
which essentially can just cancel out the Slardar blink and those really good initiations. So,
Yep.
and you also have the benefit fact that the Venomous Gale pierces BKB. Like in
Yes
terms of
and no.
if it's applied
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
Right? If he can hit the life sealer with it before he rages, then the slow stays, right? Not the damage.
The rage doesn't dispel the slow, so if you get it off before he rages, then yeah, you can still kite him around. So, and you can also always apply the poison over effect, I believe, regardless of whether he raged or not. But
Yeah,
of
it's
course the
like
damage will all
AA
come.
ulti.
Yeah, damage will only come once the rage is ended. But once it does, and maybe if Life Steal goes armless, then he might have issues dealing with all this damage over time from the Veno. Unless Legion Commander's there to help out, of course.
Poison Nova is non-lethal though, I believe, right?
Yeah. So normally you see that kill things in conjunction with just a poison sting, though.
Yeah.
Poison sting or the venomous scale. But this is
I
where
find
Legion
it
Commander
very
comes in with that
interesting that
dispel.
they had that clause on Poison Nova that it couldn't. Oh my God, I almost hit my power bar again. That it's not lethal.
Yeah.
Why not just have the ability to be able to kill people? Is the hero that strong if it's lethal?
It's definitely a
What?
bit stronger.
Radiant team
Is this
Ursa.
a miss? What? Where? Mid
What?
Terrorblade, Safe Lane, Ursula?
I
don't
guess.
understand LGD. You have your course. Unless they're only allowed
Pick
to
up more
pick.
cores.
10 seconds.
Maybe they're
remaining.
practicing for Midas mode, and there's going to be a Midas mode where you can
5
only pick
seconds remaining.
agility heroes.
Well,
Reserve time.
what agility
This could have
heroes
been
left
great
now for
if,
fifth pick?
Imagine if Forever Young picked Wisp instead of Crystal Maiden, so they'd have all strength at this point.
I don't know if that's factoring into their thinking
Like,
here.
where does Terrorblade and Ursa go, like, respectively? One of them's mid and one of them safe, and Veno support with Octaflame next.
I don't know. I really
I
don't
don't know either, man. I don't know. I just know that there should be a brood mother in this game
Please no.
for Forever Young.
Well,
Clearly,
yeah.
oh, there's the
Definitely not for
Dazzle Band
LGD.
coming out.
LGD's turn to ban.
LGD goes for Brood, then I'm gonna call shenanigans. There's no way you do that up against the Legion Commander.
What about Support Weaver?
Sure.
10 seconds remaining.
It is agility,
Quick
so it
Aghanims.
would fit into the draft.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I
remaining.
see that you understand why I'm suggesting certain heroes.
LGD's turn to
But
pick.
Batroid also banned out. Alright, seriously though, what are they still missing? That's a support Veno.
I
Still
said
go
line.
their
I said line like half an
Radiant
hour
team
ago.
pick.
Dazzle line, right?
I'm sure that
So-
counts. Uh, But yeah, it gets some
Well, they
extra
banned out the
control.
dazzle.
It's for hard lockdown.
It's not agility though.
No.
It's kind of messing up
But
me off the bit.
LFY also have one intelligence, so LGD is also allowed one.
5 seconds
Okay.
So if
remaining.
They're
LFY now
allowed
go
one
for Strength
smart move.
Hero,
So
then it's not intelligence. Alright, they messed it up. Come on, LFY. You broke the pattern.
How do we just don't know that LFY intended for intelligence? Right.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. So Invoker mid, Lifestealer safe, Legion or Slardar off lane. Probably Slardar off lane with Legion jungle DM
I
support.
want to say Legion offlane Slaughter 4.
Okay, yeah.
Probably is the more common way to run it, I think. Then
LGD,
I really don't know.
No idea.
Maybe some weird dual
Midline,
lanes with
triple aggressive
yeah.
tri lane. Ursa, Terrorblade, Veno.
Mid Nyx, dual lane Veno Terrorblade,
10
Lion
seconds
Ursa.
remaining.
Or Ursa Veno, Lion Terrorblade.
5 seconds remaining.
I think I'd rather have Veno with the Terrorblade in line with the.
I don't know, if you land slow, it's much more effective early than the stun. So if you land slow on
Actually,
Veno, then Ursa is just right-clicking away.
Yeah, you're right
That
about
was my
that.
thinking there.
But who would you want the Veno and Ursa up against? Lifestealer?
Lifestealer, yeah.
So you'd aggro duo,
Yeah.
Veno, Ursa, safe lane line Terrorblade versus Legion.
Yeah.
Doable.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
they do. That's exactly what they're
Okay.
gonna do. Calling it now. Being like Slacks, I'm
maybe-
calling the most random shit, and sometimes it works out.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say that I call that. I don't know what they're going to do.
We'll find out soon enough. Oh, okay, Veno jungle. Okay, Iron Talon.
Prepare for
We're
battle.
here again. You can do that now in the secondary jungle very easily.
All right, Slardar and Line kind of see each other. What is with this blocking this camp war?
Running pulls, stack pulls, and maintain creep equilibrium. But yeah, it's alright. So it's gonna be jungle Veno, offlane Nyx, mid Terrorblade. So less crazy.
Mid Terrorblade?
Yeah. Share tangos and Improvement Shield.
Okay. That's
30
That's
seconds
something.
to battle.
Yep. That is game number 2 here between LFY and LGD. And my name is Dragon Drop. I'm joined by Mr. V. In case you didn't notice, he's the guy who's talking crazy shit. And I'm the guy who's falling for it.
This is very accurately depicting our relationship.
Yep.
Kind of haunting.
It's getting later though. It's like the 3rd series of the day. We have one more after this, and I have not slept really a whole lot at all.
It's 4:30 in the
So,
morning for me,
yeah.
so.
That too.
Oh, Veno wards last 40 seconds now?
They last for quite a while, yeah. Starting to plant them down. It's actually something that Venos used to do before the jungle got changed in the this dire area, where you can have like 3 camps here. Farm those up. But yeah. This is something that's very efficient. Question is, can LFY actually punish him for it?
Where would you punish him? Like, the Ursa's gonna bully your Legion, Nyx is gonna farm fine. You have Slardar ganking mid Terrorblade maybe? To just Metamorphosis this down?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, we got the pull off. Nice shot, Veno.
So far, it's all eyes on the Slaughter, I suppose. Once he's level 2, he also has this sprint available. Right now, it's just trying to play Wing Runner Rosie with Victoria here on this line. Trying to help out top as much as he can. Meanwhile, this 1v1 down bottom once again means that old 11 on this Nyx. Gonna get some good CS and experience.
He's such a good 1v1 player.
Yep.
11. Like, he doesn't do too well when he's being, like, teamed up against, but who does? Like, who actually does good when there's, like, 3 heroes in your...
Yeah.
Maybe Universe?
Havost. I remember Havost just...
Mm.
Was that TA3? What was all the
With
way
the
back in
Alk
TA3
play?
with the... I'm thinking of a gyrocopter play where he was in bottom lane, got dove, and then he turned it around on 2 kills. I think it was TA3 finals.
He ends up dying, though, right?
No, he survives. Pretty sure.
'Cause
He
I'm pretty sure
jukes
there's
and
a
kills
Havost-
and survives. Oh, line up top. Frostbite. Good amount of damage, but another turnaround from maybe. LPC actually with an Invis rune. That's potentially devastating. But
If line walks up, yep.
Yeah.
It's like an aggro try with the CM almost.
maybe now. Gets harassed a little bit. But now, looking angry, just trying to find an opening here and there. But this turned into full-fledged tri-lane now.
How is Terrorblade out-CSing Super this much? I guess he is Metamorph, but...
He's sitting for more than 100 damage right now, and Super is going Quaswax.
yeah.
He's hitting for about half the damage that AIM is hitting for
I
right
now
now.
understand how this works.
Yeah. If you have more damage, means you can hit the creeps early and get the last hit. So,
Wow.
Yeah. He's not having fun in Invoker time, so this is why we see these rotations coming through. The line is being drawn. White, oh, the tornado is just a little bit short. They get the slow off, but LPC cannot get in range. Now it's actually being spotted out by Yao.
Yao's doing really well. Like, he's level 4, holding a skill point as he should.
Sometimes a Gale can mean an easy kill.
It's kind of hard, though, because you really want that second point in Poison Sting, just because you get, like... You go from 6 seconds to 9 seconds. As
Yep.
we have pressure on the mid lane.
And 12 DPS instead of 6.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I missed that completely because I was looking at the bottom lane, but that was 3-man rotation
CM,
finally working out.
Invoker, Cold Snap,
Yeah.
Slardar Haste, you know how...
The rune control on Slaughter, definitely super useful so far for LFY. But with the invis, just creating a bit of chaos up top and then the haste. Now, top lane, line comes through, LPC also shows his face. Oh, it gets stunned up together with Banana. Still gets a crush off, one more right click is gonna be enough. Victoria snagging the kill from long range. So this off lane not really working out too well for the Legion Commander, despite the help that he's been getting.
Oh, they nerfed Poor Man's Shield by 3%.
They did a while ago.
So we have Yao farming mid. Where's Terrorblade? Is he in the jungle?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I think Xiao is a lot more susceptible if he walks into the river. But he doesn't have to, right? He can just spam wards everywhere. It's level 3, so it's very, very hard to farm. Especially with no
Dire's
exort.
bottom tower is under
Mhm.
attack.
Yeah. White on the Crystal Maiden, you don't even want to go close to a Venomancer. You're not sure necessarily if he has Gale or not. You don't want to walk into a forest of wards.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tornado
attack.
combo, Frostbite.
Well, there's no wards on his own high ground, so he does die. And this tornado, a little bit longer range this time, actually connecting and setting that whole thing up. What do you think about Quaswax in general, this patch? And in this game in
So-
particular?
It's good if you go back for the, in my opinion. Invoker's just so dependent on his levels and needing to farm that if you go Quaswax and think that you're going to get all the farm and levels you need by ganking with an Orchid and Urn of Shadows, you are terribly mistaken. Teams will just group as 5, and you will be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, pushing nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think you have to play it right, though.
On bottom stun. Yeah, still no Q though. Yeah, I think with the Quartz Wax, it's generally considered to be more of this kind of team fighting build, because you have these earlier levels into the Tornado EMPs, both to like the Forge Birds and whatnot. So if you can fight with your team in the right situations, you can help set up things for them, then this is where it shines, and then you can still fall back on your Midas.
Yeah, I think Quas Exhort is a farming global presence with Sunstrike build, where you can like farm and split push with Meteor and Forge Spirits, and then when you have to, you throw out a Sunstrike to help out your team. Where Quas Wex is a little bit different. Like, you want to be at the team fight.
Oh, I thought bottom lane are gonna go on 1A, but Rage TP doesn't really give a damn. She only TP to the tower, and he's still taken away from the damage over time. Gotta be careful here. He's just wants to heal up from the creeps, but now he dies because of a stun across the trees. So question mark, I guess. Now, meanwhile, mid aims gets bullied out.
I've always wondered, like, what is like, what are the okay amounts of like all chatting in some of these tournaments?
Old 11,
The
caught
lane-
out by sentries, can still set up for something unless the cold snap stops him. That stun leads on Crystal Maiden, extra stun from Lion onto an Invoker, so they're splitting the focus a little bit, and as a result, they don't get either. Now Ult 11 is in a lot of trouble. Stick charge is already used, and it's Banana who takes that kill for himself. No duel, just one for the long-range nuke with the overwhelming odds. Just securing the kill and the tower on top.
Towers are important, especially in this mid lane with the Terrorblade that wants to farm their jungle. If LFY can take these early towers and just invade the jungle with Slaughter or Legion, then Terrorblade's just going to have a really hard time to find farm.
Yep.
As Veno's just going to suffocate the map from him. Some Midas build on Veno, right? There's no way you build anything else.
Yeah. But he's not gonna have that for a while. He does get caught out by Super as well as White, so good catch. I mean, normally what Venom wants to do is just farm the jungle a little bit and then set up shop in a lane somewhere with the wards and not leave for a while, just pressure down towers. But
That's
LFY, they have a good ways of actually bringing down Radiant with scan. Caught the tail end of this smoke rotation. And yeah, Banana as a result will not be caught out just yet, unless he just walks back into them now. Old 11 keeps tabs of him. Doesn't steal the bounty, just waiting for him to do something. They do have the Thing of Death online. Now they're gonna go for the play, and that's an easy kill.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm pretty sure.
I wonder, like, if Lion, like, casts a spell. Like, if he has to say something every time he... As Yao goes down again.
Yeah. Gotta be careful on the Veno. You can feed very easily on the Zero. If you're not really super careful about your positioning.
Especially when you have teammates that aren't necessarily, teammates. Like, a draft that isn't conducive for you farming the jungle AFK.
Yep.
Because normally, as Veno, you're just like, oh yeah, I want to set up shop in this lane, or I'll set up shop around these 3 jungle camps, and I'll just farm them all day. But in this case, yeah, I was like, oh, I have to actually do things on the map because my Terrorblade needs space so he can farm.
Yep. Well,
Top
top
lane,
lane,
Invoker?
that's a good catch if they can finish it off, and they can certainly with a follow from Victoria. So Old 11, yeah, there's a reason that this Nyx is one of his signature heroes.
Radiant structures
He's just
are
able to create
fortified.
so much space with that every single time, and
They work so
part
well
of it
with
is
it
yeah,
as a team.
yeah. I want to say part of it is LFY not respecting it enough, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yao, are you dead again?
I would hurt a lot. He does have enough money for the Gloves of Haste, so he can buy the Midas.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You should right now. There it is. But yeah, he is dead again, to answer your question. Meanwhile, up top though, Banana. That's definitely also a juicy kill if they can find it. White. Could be good collateral as well. Ult 11 just waiting for his ultimate to come off cooldown. Little do they know though that they've been spotted out. Now they figure it out.
White was literally sitting on their ward.
Yep.
Or standing, depending on.
Well, both teams got each other out, right? White was sitting on this one, and LGD just dewarded this one on the high ground from LFY. So both teams kind of just agreed, alright, let's just go somewhere else. Perhaps mid. Super. Tornado and P to keep Old 11 away from him. So,
Now
how happy is AIM now with the way this game's been going?
I was thinking about this. Like, is he like, oh yeah, my team's doing good, I can just keep farming? Or is he like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to like make space and like really turn these team fights around? I'm sure he is like, all right, you know, Nyx, you're doing well, really hot, setting up those kills, nice job. Ursa, you're getting kills, you're farming your blink, yeah, that's awesome, keep it up. Fine, you're working with people, doing your thing, good job. Benno, stop feeding, please. And we'll be great. Like, I'm probably like that's what's going on in his head in my mind. As we have a blink on the LC with a life stealer inside of her.
Haste.
Banana really wants to get a kill. The TPs and the blinks onto maybe. If LPC can keep them occupied for a little bit longer, might be able to find the Ursa, which would be great. But Old 11 also in the neighborhood. Ready with the stun to try and turn this around, and they're gonna go on him. But plenty of extra support there from LGD. The duel will not really turn into a win. Maybe will still end up falling, and so does the rest of LGD. Until AIM comes in, they gets himself a double kill, trying to clean up. But Super also make an appearance now. Tornado EMP, if they can get the Terrorblade, it'll be huge. There's no matter for Thunder, so he dies. LPC will drop in the end to just the creeps clicking him down, but it's gonna turn into a full 5-man wipe. Well, of why? Unless Old 11 can be a god and juke to the trees. Can he turn this around to the Monet? He can! With his ultimate, the Sunstrike will finish him off finally. Maybe, maybe not. It's only level 1, but gave him the vision for Last Strike League anyway. What an exchange!
Wow.
That's
Who's that
done.
favorite? The favorite's LFY, right?
Dyer's top
Yeah,
5-man
overall, especially considering that, look at the net worth. AIM is so super farm, sitting at 8k, so him going down was a huge deal actually.
Yeah, he
Dyer's
is.
structures are fortified.
It gives Invoker's Midas.
Dyer's top
Super
tower
has to
is
be
under
happy with
attack.
how that went. Like, when you're the last person alive in a fight, you essentially have benefited from all the experience in AoE gold. And when you're alive at the end, you're just like, yes, good. This is good.
This is fun. This is fun time. That's what he's saying. So yeah, now LGD can reduce reset a little bit, farm the jungle.
Dyer's top tower is
Can definitely feel that Old 11 and Victoria, they want to be aggressive. They want to keep finding these vendetta
Old
kills
11
if they
is
can.
a god on this hero, though. Like,
Yeah.
he's setting up so many good
Yes,
kills.
but LPC, he has an old blink dagger and he has a life inside of him, but he doesn't get the rage off! Whoa! Mistakes were made. They get the kill, but he doesn't rage, so the control just keeps him there, ready for Ursa to claw him to death here. Despite Carapace also once again
there's a
keeps him in
DD on
place.
Ursa.
LPC dies. The duel comes out and Legion Commander will barely win it. But at what cost?
Terrorblade's got a free bottom tower too.
Radiant's
Oh my
structures
god.
are fortified.
It's TPing back now. At tier 2. Took quite a bit of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's like 20 HP. 20% HP. Rather.
But you said it, old 11. There was a Spike Carapace that stunned up the lifesteal just as he came out of Infest, I believe, with that Infest bomb damage. So he couldn't rage. And then the follow-up was
Thought he
there from
was,
Lion.
I thought you don't come out of Infest until after the
I
damage
don't
is
know.
applied, but I guess
I'm not
maybe
sure.
like
Something
you
stunned him
pop
up.
out.
I think it was the Spike Carapace, not 100%
Maybe
sure.
he just chose not to rage or like misclicked.
Yeah. Either way, he dies straight at the beginning of that fight, which is not ideal. Especially since
Okay,
the other one
smoke up
initiating
here.
just with the blink reveal on the
Oh,
slaughter, but
invis,
now
actually.
the all invis and the fine super. Ouch. At least his Midas is on cooldown. LPC then wants to find someone in return. Maybe Victoria would be a good one. He gets the Hex off though. And yeah, he does get stunned. Did you see it?
Wait, Lion has blink?
He has
Pretty
blink.
18 minutes? Lion has a blink.
Maybe he also has a blink and he's prepping to try and turn us around onto LPC whenever he wants to. The dust comes through. Just in case old 11 goes for his
damn.
ulti.
He was like 50 gold off his blink.
That's a bit unfortunate.
For old 11. We have Terrorblade. Man, this Terrorblade's just farming. Like, when I play like this in my pubs, I get flamed, but this is what the pros do. Like, this is how you sometimes win games. You just farm.
Yeah, I mean, Terrorblade's one of these heroes that can definitely do that. Sure, you can really make good use of his metamorphosis in teamfights as well. If you have the right lineup around it, that can make sure that he doesn't just die until he has these tanky items. But at the same time, he's also a hero that has no problems whatsoever with just farming up all the items that he wants. And super fast as well. And then at some point just showing up at your base and saying, hey, look what I got. I've got a lot of money, got a lot of items. Let me just take all your buildings.
Yow. What are you doing, man?
Feeding. That was a dual win as well this time around, so Banana up to 24. Now I'm gonna look to try and turn this into Roche as well. They do have the Amplifier, of course, making it much easier. No Blightstone on anybody though. Which is a big mistake in my book.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They do
Well,
know what's
LGD.
going on. They have the smoke. No sentry down.
That
Okay,
is
there's your sentry.
white, but he'll pay for it. Maybe bring him down, but in exchange for the next assassin. Who's not in exchange for war, but now aim coming through. Looking very scary. Nowhere to actually control them, but LGD just happy to continue the Roshan that LFY started. But now, they shrine up, but they're gonna be too late. Maybe snacks the Aegis away. No crazy blinking shenanigans. Now Monet, well, that Gale will whiff. Sunstrike as well, bringing down the line. Ulti comes out from the Veno, but he gets dueled, and the duel not actually winning here. Yao still alive. They have to go in a little bit deeper.
Oh,
Maybe
super.
more space for him to get the right clicks through, but now LPC keeping Monet alive. Aim. What did he get? He got, I guess, the Crystal Maiden died to him. I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower.
See him die back there. It's like the only one on the side of LFY that actually died. He died twice.
A couple of others came very close, I guess. Just barely surviving there on Monet, especially.
Super was close as well.
Yeah.
Working towards his Aghanims.
He has it now. Still a very close game overall, isn't it? In the gold graph, slightly in favor of LGD. Experience, though, closer to the 0 line more so than anything else.
I would say there's also no very clear
Monet,
graphic
they're gonna
advantage.
go! Plenty of follow-up stuns, and the ultimate is still alive. Now Other targeting his way to victory, and Terrorblade there with the duel coming through. Will they be able to win it? Yes, just barely. And Monet still alive, still Other targeting. White now with his ultimate, nice little stun there from the line, but Aegis is triggered, line will fall, but now aim comes in, he does not have the metamorphosis, so it's not nearly as scary. Yao now, his own Gale, no ultimate. It's gonna be down to maybe, but now it's kind of isolated here. Sunstrike damage being shared, but still enough to bring him down, and now it's Yao next on the list. Just one by one they drop. LFY get another huge set of victories here in this middle lane.
It's like LGD learned how to do an LFY.
Is that where we at already? Do an LFY?
No. Maybe.
Damn it. What's maybe to do with it? He's playing for LGD,
Dire's bottom tower
isn't
is
he?
under attack.
Oh god. Please no.
Dire's
I'll use the word perhaps. Does that help?
It does.
attack.
Old 11
this
now looking for it, but
happens
Banana
often.
is zone invis, still looking for the easy kill. Add some more damage onto the stack. Same time securing the tier 2. LFY don't fire, so now they only have to make sure not to throw it
feed.
away. Yeah. Let's try not to feed. Old 11, he's there, getting some help maybe. But the follow-up here, some good damage being done with the follow-up stun, and they're just a tad bit too late to save the Legion Commander. But they and land the full combo on top of them. Old 11 dies, and Ultimate keeps us alive momentarily. And now Yao to maybe try and turn this around, doing a lot of damage over time with it. But he'll also still end up falling. Sunstrike right on top. Do get slaughtered with all the damage over time. Shrine is ready in case they need it, but everyone else just TP back to base instead.
They all had like Veno ulti and everything on them, so they're just like, get home.
Get the
Get
hell
to
out
the
of here.
mountain. Get to the chopper. Terrorblade, finish up BKB. He's still holding ahead, but he's not like accelerating ahead the way he used to be after those big teamfight losses.
Like, what they need is a team fight where AIM can actually make good use of the metamorphosis and is not standing too far away from everyone inside of LFY, because that's what happened in that fight around Roche. He had meta, but LFY was just so far away from him that he couldn't actually close the distance and put it to use. Then in
The
that
Hurricane
secondary
Pipe will help.
fight, yeah, absolutely. Yes, that finished. But in the secondary fight, he didn't even have meta. It was on cooldown for another 30 seconds. So it's inadvisable to take fights like that in the first place. Now another sentry down. Old 11. Yep. Gets us by Carapace off, but Sunstrike is there. Follow-up damage from LBC and plenty from Banana. Comes out of the stun. So 66 damage now. It's also starting to add up.
Every little bit counts, as Crystal Main would say.
Infinitely scaling heroes. Heyo.
Wasn't there like the most, like the longest Dota game just played recently, where that was like 5 hours long and Legion had over 4,000 damage?
Yeah.
Regeneration.
Just some troll essentially
This-
playing the hero.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Like, a lot of people said a
Oh,
lot of good things
God.
about the chat, but it's just an example of how bad the Dota community can be sometimes, in my opinion. Chat in that game, but yeah. Let's not digress to that particular game.
TM went Midas. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Like maybe she's just has expensive taste. I don't know.
Well, there's the argument to be made that the extra attack speed isn't even much of a waste with the plus 60 damage.
It's very true.
And definitely want to have these level 20 talents as well with the respawn time. And now turn this around, Crystal Maid
Who's
just
fading
dies.
who here?
Good question, I'll get back to you on that one. Maybe. Well, they're not falling, maybe not beautiful. Stun there from old 11 on 3 heroes here. And Ursa, as a result, will be able to stay alive. No one is in a lot of trouble. Has to try and find a creep to infest into. He so slow, gets stunned up before he can get into the creep. Oh no, aim. That's actually what I was
Okay,
talking
so
about. He gets
LGD
the
was
right
doing
click and
baiting.
yeah,
Bottom tower
he gets the right click and they win a team fight.
has fallen.
And now gonna be able to take high ground as well, unless they're being stopped, unless we see some buybacks. There's one from Super. Banana, gotta be careful here. Still gets stunned up with a blink forward from old 11. Ramped up, nice tornado EMP there, and Sunstrike snipes out Victoria. Super.
Well played by
Definitely
Super.
awake and alive right the hell now.
Hell, a lot more awake than I am. I
And
tried to
with
go
a
to
little blink at
sleep.
the ready here, and yeah, they will find the next assassin. The invis
Boom.
expiring.
Never trust an
Second Heaven's Halberg is up now. Legion has one, and the Lifestealer has one. So Ursa's going to be super sad until he gets BKB. Like, yes, he does have his Aghanims, which reduces the cooldown to like 12 seconds, but is it 12?
18. Not quite.
18. I thought it used to be 12. Oh well. You don't know what you don't know, right?
That is true. Some hashtag expert analysis right there.
But the Aghanims is really nice for him removing the debuffs. He can remove Tornado, he can remove the Slardar stun. It's essentially like him being able to pop Abaddon's ulti without necessarily getting healed from incoming damage.
Yep.
Just reducing the damage incoming. It behaves like exactly the same actually.
In terms of the dispel,
Apart from the automatic cast of
Still have to press the button yourself. No one's doing that
yeah. But my skill cap.
for you. These sentries. Old 11, he's been punished a couple of times by him, but he's still able to find these big plays. That last fight, he got a triple stun at max range. He's had one guy right in front of him, and the third guy was stunned up just at the very edge. Kind of crazy what this guy can
Alright,
do.
Yao has a new item. This is good.
Solar Crest, 4 stuff.
Roche will be up soon.
Both
Now,
teams
do you
scouting
feel
it
like
out. Easy money
ultra
with the
late
first
game, if we get there, do you think LGD or LFY are favorite here?
LGD. Just because Terrorblade is an absolute menace, and I don't see LFY dealing with super tanky illusions particularly well, unless they all build Maelstroms.
Yeah. Like, Legion does alright.
Smoke here, it's gonna turn into something, but blink onto Victoria. He dies first, that's a dual win too. Maybe now with his BKB showing that one off. Meanwhile, Old 11 controls everyone. The Poison Nova gonna make sure that LFY cannot continue to take this fight. And now AIM just going ham. Yeah, we'll take a spill. As well as Super just right-clicks him from the other side of the ice wall, but space created. Lines right back. Roshan has the response. And a very opportune time for LGD. Grenades in here, gotta be careful though. Hexed up, follow-up stuns readily available. Maybe happily walking outside the pit to chase him away. Meanwhile, what was that? Next assassin. Creating space a little bit too deep. Now, Roshan's actually not done a dusted. Super. Still very much alive and kicking. Tornado MP makes it very difficult to continue this fight. But now another Hex here. Monet just dies. They also get leading commander with a stun. Blade Mail not really going to do too much as long as Ursa's his ultimate, and Lion even doesn't care about the Blade Mail at all. Die back on the Legion. Victoria just doing so much work here with this control and damage. And now another stun from the high ground onto Invoker. He's even out of mana. Especially with the mana dread line, we'll figure that out pretty quickly. You can't get anything back from him. White being racked down by an illusion. And AIM, this is the point where you realize, alright, Terrorblade is actually a hero this game. We forgot about him for like
Why is he
quite
running
some
away
time.
here?
Finish MKB maybe?
Why is he not building Butterfly? Butterfly would be way better than MK.
Well, there's an evasion talent potentially coming up. Also you haven't Albert, of course. I think he wants an MKB.
Wait, who has the evasion talent? Oh,
Lifesteal
Lifesteal.
has one, and then, as you mentioned before, 2 Heaven's Alberts.
right. They'll skip evasion.
Of course you knew that.
I think my brain has turned off.
Don't quit on me now, dude. We still got another series to go.
Rip my life.
Maybe ask him if he wants up in. If you want to go to
Yeah.
bed.
We'll see. We'll see. We have games at our hands in either case. Lifestealer Bomb, do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Into Aegis? It's going to be hard though. Lifestealer is
Oh.
working on the Maelstrom to deal with the
Just saying it's going to
illusion.
happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon. Dance right now, Banana's kind of being tracked down, follow-up control, and Victoria doesn't even care about the Blade Mail, just throws his ultimate down anyway. Sunstrike, well, there's plenty of force steps to go around to make it pretty much impossible to predict the exact location.
Just throw it down randomly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like playing Pudge. You have to miss some hooks so that the enemy expects that you'll be bad, and then when you throw your hooks to land, they don't expect it.
Yeah.
Pro tips.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Alright, so they got a tier 2 for pretty much free. They are now ready to go high ground. Aim has Aegis, he also has Metamorphosis. They don't have a Legion Commander, and yeah, he just pops it now. Tornado and Peach, but stunned up here by old 11 with the Spike Carapace. Super in a lot of trouble now. Brought back into the Shrine Mage, but not quite enough to actually keep him safe. Monet trying to do something here. He gets one. But the entire team is dead. Nobody is buyback, and Terrorblade in your base means GG has to be called.
Yeah, it is done.
Guess the proper analysis for this would be that escalated quickly.
I was just like, this ended quickly.
Gotta
Oh
get
my
that sub
goodness.
35-minute challenge, right?
Yeah,
God
I
damn.
don't know how they moved from like such a equal position of like net worth to just like game over.
Also experience. I mean, actually, look at the graphs for a moment. The net worth, it's been kept down very low just because of aim. He's been farming like an absolute monster, but the experience graph really tells the story of the game a little bit more. LFY kind of fell behind a little bit early, okay, whatever. But then they had this huge timing in the mid game where they got this chain feed essentially, kept picking up Yao and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then AIM decided to start playing with the rest of his team and said, "Hey, look at me, I'm a scary carry. What you gonna do about it?" And LFY had nothing.
Yeah, they just cried. And the Halbergs were nice, but they didn't like accomplish a whole lot in the game. I feel like there needed to be better Lifestealer Bomb pickoffs into objective if they wanted to take over that game, and they need to keep the Terrorblade down more. I don't know if Terrorblade like ever got super like ganked
I
or
don't think
like
so, no.
got his farm interrupted too
I mean,
much.
Yao got ganked a lot. He's sitting at 11 deaths. Old 11, same as well, but they still had an impact.
Yeah.
But AIM, not so much. He was not focused at all. They forgot about him, and that's why the issue when
You
dealing with
can't
hero like
forget about
Terrorblade.
a
Yeah.
Terrorblade. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so with this, LGD get themselves to a victory, which should all but secure themselves passage to the playoffs in the top 6 slots. LFY looking kind of grim, also depending on some of the other results of some of the other teams here. And one of those teams that that has to win some games still to scratch a place in the playoffs is going to be Wings Gaming, which are playing right the hell now up against IG Vitality. So do stick around for that, but for now we're going to take a short break. See you soon.